I have not played Amnesia in, like, a really, really long time. A very long time. Don't like the webcam disposable account? It's for the spooky games. It's been ages since I played Amnesia. Oh no, I'm gonna play to win. Don't worry about how and when you save your game. We'll take care of that. It's a dangerous place, and you're very vulnerable. Everything will kill you, so you have to hide. Alright, that's all fine. It's Spooktober, of course we're doing spooky games. I really need to lower the volume, though. There we go, that sounds a little bit better. Oh, I don't get spooked, disposable account. I am incapable of being spooked. Never been spooked once in my life. We're just gonna go ahead with the way the game is meant to be played. Looked extra crusty. Probably because of your 480p. Well, the first movie I remember... Oh.
Some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London.
Let this guy finish talking first.
At Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
No, this is Patrick. So, I grew up watching horror movies. One of the first horror movies I ever saw as a wee child, I think I was 6 years old, maybe 7, was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I literally grew up on horror movies. So it's hard to be spooked. You played Amnesia Blind, it was your first Steam game. How do you enjoy a game if you can't see it? That's weird. I've played this game before. It has been years. The game was new when I last played it. I haven't played A Machine for Pigs yet, but I hear it was disappointing, so I decided to just stick with this. Ugh. No tinderboxes. It's a stressful game, that is very true. Games like this are stressful, less scary, more stressful. You enjoy seeing people play horror games? I also enjoy people playing horror games. Amnesia is a very nice game when it comes to atmosphere. It does a very good job. Well, I'm getting dizzy. Horror's not your thing? I'm all about horror. Saw the Joker today. It was okay. Andrew rather enjoyed it. I thought it was just fine, like nothing special. Oh yes, we played Soma last Halloween. I very much enjoyed Soma. It was a good game. I'll just take some tinderbox. Did I feel like it humanized the Joker? I mean, the thing about that movie, and it was not quite a complaint I had, more of an observation, is that that movie didn't need to be about the Joker. Like, it was essentially a standalone movie, unrelated to the Batman universe, until they made it about the Batman universe. So I didn't really feel like it humanized the Joker so much as it just told a story. No spoilers. Not gonna talk about anything. Oh yes, no, I'll keep it vague in that I'm already done talking about it. There's really not much to say. Whoa. See, we played Visage last time. So it's interesting playing a game with very similar control style, except you're much stronger in this game. Yeah, almost a year. Been doing this for a little while now. Whoa. Like in Visage, it took a lot of clicks and pulls to open a door. You could just fling chairs like they're nothing in this game. I love it. Right up until we're hiding in closets because monsters are coming. I wasn't even holding right mouse to throw. A lot of pink on the floor. You guys are all having fun with your foliage. You can't stop me, game. I'm gonna keep going. Can't stop me. And we're okay. Static, how's it going, Doctor? How you doing, buddy? Got Biscotti and Static. They're all here. Alright, this is my home now. Just gotta go ahead and live in here. Come on. Come on, close on me. Fine. Be that way. Just wanted to live in a box. Had a long day? Tell us about your long doctoring day. Beware, when standing in darkness, your sanity will drain. It's not that scary. It's just darkness. Some of us live in dark. You're gonna get something from the kitchen? Hot chocolate's usually good. Oh, you're looking for food. Maybe nachos? Nachos are good. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. You made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of family. How's the volume, by the way? Everything seem appropriately loud compared to my voice? Unsettling events will also decrease your sanity. Increase it by doing puzzles. Good advice for real life, too. All I really remember from playing Amnesia last time is water is scary because of a later part. You know, you bleed pink. One of your patients has brain cancer, so that blows. Yeah, that's no good. Sorry about that. That's what we call a proper bummer. No good. Get myself some tinder boxes. Oh, it's so dark. I mean, chips and sauce is good. I'd go with that one. Mega yikes. I just want my lantern. There we go. I just like swinging stuff. Alright, got a nice little... Oh, no, drop the book. Butterfingers. Not gonna wait. Oh, wait, no, keep the lantern out. It is, in fact, a snowball mic. They're nice and affordable. I like that about them. True facts, fun facts, Abe Clancy uses the same exact microphone. Well, not the same one, just, you know, another blue snowball. Open. No, no. A lot of witches' brooms in here. Ow. I hit myself in the face. The camera really likes taking control.
39. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink.
Alcoholism.
Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body
Chips and salsa are good for you. Don't listen to anybody else.
Young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can.
How unfair. We're just trying to kill a frail old man.
Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Cordially yours, Daniel. Physics and games are fun. Oh, that felt good. Solving puzzles really rush. Your lifelong friend, Cooler Daniel. Yeah, Blue Yeti is very similar. It's like a slightly higher tier. The Blue Yeti probably sounds slightly better than the Snowball, but I do process all of my audio in real time, which makes it sound slightly better than the natural recording quality of the Snowball. Thanks to working out a...
Is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel.
Only cool kids call things inner sanctums.
In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
Super neato. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my face. Yeah, enough folks were asking for webcams, and I figured, why not? I have one. I'll just turn it on. It's particularly good for spooky times, because I could turn all the lights off and just be kind of a floating face in darkness. It's fun. I don't remember anything about this game, except for put a hat on. That requires standing up, so you're out of luck. I don't actually own very many hats. I have prop hats. From a Halloween costume years ago, I have an old fedora. I have the Mario cap from the Nintendo fan club, back when that used to be a thing. And I have a baseball cap given to me from a Japanese restaurant, because the owner was a weird man. Oh, in the webcam do it. Alright, I could do that. I can't, actually, not right now. One thing we will do at some point is there's like a mess around with the webcam thing you can enable for chat. Once I figure out what that is, I'm gonna turn that on. That way you people could like put stupid hats and stuff on me. Because that sounds amusing to me. Are you trying to be a ghost? Are you making spooky ghost noises? I'm just gonna hold on the tinderboxes until I need to use them. Ooh, spooky. You know, that's something that this game does that Visage might want to consider adding to their game as they move on in early access, which is moving the camera for the player when spooky things happen. I missed a lot of the spooks in Visage because I wasn't looking the way the game wanted me to. My head's getting cold? Never. I run hot, man. I run hot. Gotta have socks. No oil left in the lantern. The lack of chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Alright, for sanity's sake, we'll turn one on. So I have 8 tinder. I do have some oil, though. We'll top it off a little bit. Ooh, those are heavy. Oh yeah, no, that's the scary thing down there. Don't much care for that room. I'm looking forward to when we get there later.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aqua force.
It's a very dark game, Amnesia. Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about things yet, but again, I am fuzzy on the order of the game. Disposable count says, reminds me of that one when some Japanese team with an American player on the team won the series. They had someone jump into the river for each player, but they didn't have an American, so they stole the Colonel Sanders from a KFC and threw it into the river, and it got lost for 20 years. That's an awesome story. All you can see is my face. What about all the letters on screen? Oh yeah, no, I'm making it so you can't see the background. It's spooky floating face. It's the creepy setup. My room lights are off. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lacked the potency I needed, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and the culprit binds them well. This time I'll attempt Aqua Regia instead of Aqua Fortis, in hopes it'll produce a more stable solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put in any use, except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution, and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I'll find an alchemic solution to my predicament. I see you. Give me that good stuff. In my tinder boxes, baby. Can I open the drawers? Hell yeah, we're gonna have so many tinder boxes. Get out of here. Can't tell if this is going to read on its own. One day I'll return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I'm able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. No, I don't want to read it again. Well, I guess it doesn't do anything special. Blinding light is right. Look, the spooky footsteps we're hearing. You think you're blind? I'm the one in the actual room. It's really bright for me. Alright, we'll come back to the laboratory later. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first whoops. Couldn't read in the time. Alright, the game wants us to go down here. The scary place. Seems normal. It's tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hands or tools. There, we need a way through there. Which we certainly do not have yet. Just put somewhere in display. Good. As a marvel of history. It's locked and will not open without a key. Did I look properly upstairs? The salt in the chips is getting into the cut in your thumb, so that's a big oof. The tabularium. That's for keeping tabs. I love Tab. What a great off-brand soda. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never leave again to see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. Libri rari. I think we're safe from monsters for like a floor or two. Yeah, here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well. Accidentally lit a light. Whatever. That's fine. We have plenty.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig and
He's a little messed up.
How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more.
Maybe a sequel.
Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night.
I went to bed early that
I
night.
shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
That's a game we should play. I don't know why that note reminded me very, very strongly of it, but we should play, oh my god, I forgot the name. Like, in the middle of talking, I forgot. N64, Lovecraftian horror game. Eternal Darkness. We should play Eternal Darkness. I wonder if I can get that running. Should look into that. That game's great. Lego Batman. I mean, we could play Lego Batman at some point, but not for Spooktober. Oh, that was almost perfect. Oh, the layout makes me think maybe we'll run into monsters sooner than I would like. Alright, it's nice when they give you a tinderbox for the thing you lit. The Lego Man is spooky. I don't know if the Lego Batman games are necessarily spooky enough. Like, I'm sure there are spooky parts, but not spooky enough. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, I may remind you, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court, and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break his seal. Signed, Wilhelm, House of Garrick. He's a pet. So spooky. So very spooky. The Lego games are very silly games, and I like them quite a bit. But not great for the spooky season. We need those good spooks. We need those creepy moments. Those creeps and screeps, as they say. Oh man, I wasn't done with that. Yeah, pets are actually adorable. What do we got here? I come down this hallway? My sense of direction in video games is notoriously terrible. Play Resident Evil 2, but you're only allowed to use the pistol? Want to do a Resident Evil 2 challenge run? Be more fun to do a permadeath run. Seems like we're okay. I thought you were the one that really didn't like that we were playing Resident Evil 2. I'm kind of surprised you're even suggesting it. Even if it's a joke, I'm surprised. Really thought you'd be like, never again. But hey, if you guys want Resident Evil, I'll play Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil. Nah, probably not important. Fragile but not breakable by hand. Oh, it's growing on you. A reading of the colors of space or Call of Cthulhu on stream? That's some dark stuff. Lovecraft does do some of my favorite horror stories, despite him being a horrible, horrible racist. I'm very, very excited for the Nicolas Cage adaptation of Color of Outside Space. I hear he's as crazy as he was in Vampire's Kiss, which is peak crazy Cage. So I am stoked.
May 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will
tribulation,
fail me
good word.
if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way.
We could do Outlast. Outlast is a very
The men were
spooky game.
superstitious and fearful.
I wouldn't even say
They argued
spooky. I
loudly,
think that's a
and I
proper,
felt
like,
their strange language
very
getting to me.
anxiety-inducing game.
I mustered my strength
Sleep well,
and
book
yelled
lover.
at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me.
It's
It
called
looked
college,
much
noob.
older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen.
They looked like
Despite their
great
unearthly
big
quality,
wieners.
I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside.
It was awesome. Oh, I was trapped. That's what I meant. It wasn't super cool to be trapped in there or anything. Put that away. See, I love it. I love getting it back when I use it. Get an ambient fireplace noise and just read spooky stories. I mean, I am into that idea, honestly. I like that kind of thing. But if excuse me, if folks are into that, we could definitely do that. Lovecraft works well because many of the stories are in the public domain. I guess that room is very upsetting to me. There we go, sanity sliding on back. You know what? Just to make sure, I'm always gonna leave the drawer open from now on. That way I know I've opened the doors. Yeah, I could add a poll for if people are interested in dramatic readings of horror stories.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Man, I don't remember the story to this game at all. So that's gonna be fun for me. Hey, Krios. Good news, by the way, Krios, and anyone else interested, the emotes are back. They've been approved. How far in are we? Not very far at all. We have not even seen our first monster. I was just remarking that I don't remember the story at all. It sounds like Daniel worked for or with this man. Like the way they were talking, that seemed like partnership as opposed to servitude. There it is. There's our new Noida emotes. By the way, today at Noida I managed to make alchemical precursor and Drought of Midas. So, first alchemical success there. Wasn't even on stream. You don't have school tomorrow? Why is there no school tomorrow? I'm very excited for tomorrow's stream because, again, Noida is my jam right now and I'm excited to play more. But more importantly, Harvester is so fucking weird and I cannot wait to see where that game is going. I'm further in than your solo playthrough. You noped out too soon. I've completed this game before, I just don't remember. Guess let's look at the floor plans slightly more intently here. This means I can't, they're all just, whatever, I can't store that in my head. Oh, Jewish holiday! Right. Yeah, most colleges don't cancel classes for those. I don't remember how to get out of this situation. Oh, maybe. There we go.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Is this game with the water segment? So this game has a scene in it, a segment, we'll say, that I consider to be the best part of the game, in that it is the most nerve-wracking and properly scary moment, and it does involve water. The first horror game you saw was Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never actually played Five Nights at Freddy's, like, ever. I own a few of them, I believe. Alright, so that's the mechanism in question. And Krios has completed the game twice, once with your brother and once again with a few friends. Oh, so never on your own, I see. There's one in particular water segment that really gets to me, because it's a stressful moment. Any other books to pull out? Don't toy with me, book. There we go. I love swinging things around. Alstet. Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Alstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Essence of Gelfling. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which they can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A Visit Undone. How many pages is this on here? Alright, well, we could do 2 more pages. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Astalt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he was looking for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice that he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Astalt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? You perform better under spoopy stress? Nice. Stress-induced performance. The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby. Astalt, and like most of... oh my god. With his family at his castle nearby, Astalt. Shit, I keep on reading it with the wrong... The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Astalt, and like most of these noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Jesus, that sentence was hard to read for some reason. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring have never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. Now let's switch to playing Fortnite because Disposal Account uttered the forbidden words. It was the emphasis I was getting wrong, and that's because nearby really seems like it's going to start a new sentence of like, meanwhile in this nearby area. But instead it was trying to say that his estate was the nearby castle of, but it wasn't worded that way, so my brain was just like, this is not properly written. I was wondering if this was like our first you have to hide moment. Bam! Oh, you're gonna make me read this one? Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The shelf is keeping a watchful eye on the forest, and it's killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave, or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both my problems. We might be at Heidi time. That seemed like a pretty, get ready. I guess we'll find out soon. Alright, we might be okay. Although I'm hearing footsteps. It seems like we might be okay. Let's just light this up. Yeah, we're fine. It might be your opinion. I mean, it is your opinion. You find horror games with a sanity mechanic to be annoying because the sanity reducing items are limited, and getting to the lowest point usually means death. If I recall, that is not what happens in this game. I don't believe you die when your sanity gets low. It just makes things extra scary and creepy, and it hinders your movement to a degree. So I don't think it's instant death. Right, music is definitely, it's coming. There's a cabinet right by the first Heidi time. Yes, it does make the monsters more capable. Alright, we've been in the catalog. Yeah, no straight up death unless a monster gets you. Oh, it's around. It's definitely time for hiding. That's not gonna stop me from looking around first. Oh, that was a drugged piece of paper.
17th of May, 1839.
Bye, importer.
After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized
Rip, how's it going?
I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
I know, I seem to be moving at a pretty decent clip. Yes, there is in fact a spooky stream.
Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry.
Very Lovecraftian.
The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted. The voices of the Arabs
Very Lovecraftian.
and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
You just had a fun run with Melee Wand and Noida, then everything went wrong all at once, and you noticed I was streaming. Ah, well, welcome. So tell me about your Melee Wand, because that sounds very cool. I actually, performed alchemy today for the first time. did some Drought of Midas. Trying to remember where. You know what? Let's do this the smart way. Wine cellar. So we need to go back. It's gonna be really funny if the monster is here and I just walk by without ever noticing. We need to figure out how to get back to where we got access to the wine cellar the first time. Does a lot of damage close range, but also can drill through the earth. Nice. Yeah, mining for money is a great way to make a little bit of extra cash. Definitely opened this before, so we're just gonna leave that open so I remember. Studium. Old tomes. There we go. Anything good in this? Absolutely not. Might be it for this room. Besides this, of course. Ooh, good, good. Lamp oil's nice. I just... No, it's still okay. Oh, that was someone's ashes I threw around. Alright, can't go in the studium. Just to make sure I remember, I'm gonna go ahead and light this up. Alright. Now I think we're on the right path. Little nervous that there's a monster walking around in here. So we need to go back this way, I believe. So I'm not quite sure where. Our key is for the wine cellar, and that's way back at the beginning. This means nothing to me. I can't parse where I am relative to anything on that map. It's useless. Alright, piano, come on, take me home. So this is still a dead end. That was a real collapse that happened. Oh boy. Pot to contain mixtures. Unnecessary at the moment. I mean, I might as well fill it up, right? Still have extra. Alright, I'm definitely missing something in here somewhere. That door doesn't open. That one we've been through. Start at this end and work our way forward. Yep, that's closed. So how far did you make it with your melee wand? 3. It's probably one of these doors. Oh no, never mind. We've definitely been in both of those. Maybe we can open this. It was right next to us the whole time. I'm just terrible at directions. Oh. Alright, those pop a little. Got some juice in them. Well, can't go there. That seems normal stuff. But now we can go in the wine cellar. You've apparently visited 7 places. Does like the progress meter tell you how many places you've got to? That's interesting. Wine cellar. You got to right below the cold level, so you're in a Heisei base. The first, like, really properly hard place. Just use it on your own, come on. That's where everything went wrong. Yeah, it's a every floor before that is fairly easy, I would say. Like, the first major bump is snowy depths, but even then, because it's such a wide open space, it's not too bad. And then Heisei base is just tight corridors, you can't break through all the steel, electricity is conducted everywhere, there's turrets everywhere. It's a rough floor.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Ha 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 ha. I really just want, like, a thing I could light up on. Make it bright without using lamp oil. Let's go in the door right in front of us. Oh, right in the face. This game would be interesting as a VR game. Melee wand versus autonomous turrets and snipers is a bad time. Yeah, I figured that would be the case. I'm so strong. One hand. I feel like people would die if you put this in VR. Got a tickle on my nose. But like, the fact that I always smack myself in the face with doors would very much amuse me. Nice. Free oil. I wish that was a real thing. Oil in this stupid winter is very expensive. My stupid apartment's oil heated. You would watch someone play it in VR? I would give it a try. I feel like it would definitely make me... Ow. It definitely make me nauseous, I think. I'm okay. Just walk it off. Walk it off. Man, that voice was right. Everything just falls right over in this place. Oh, whoops. Well, that's where that lives now. Oh, this is a base game. Like, we're just doing normal Amnesia. There are some, like, other stories, I think. Much shorter ones. I haven't actually played those ever. hold down mouse. Oh, in the direction I face, huh? Alright, hold down left mouse while moving with the left stick to push. What? Hold on. No. You can give it extra push. Oh, there we go. That took a moment. Get my way. Nope, that's definitely not quite the right way. Get out of here. Hit the road, load-bearing beam. We don't need you around these parts. That's really wedged in there, huh? Yeah, it's really bumming me out here because they keep on showing both controller controls and keyboard controls, and my brain really registers one and not the other. These rocks they are not moving. Please? I would love to leave this building. This is driving me insane. Yes, you could download custom stories. That's what I was trying to say. Please, please, let me go. Alright, that made the rocks move a little bit. This cannot be what they intended for me to do. Please. Did I, like, get these stuck in just the right position so we can never, ever get out of here? Come on. Now I can't move this rock anymore. I'm so very confused. I can't interact with any of the rocks. Something went terribly wrong. Alright, chair is fine. Can't push. Oh. There we go, okay. I'm doing it. Yes! We've done it. Fuck you, get out of here. This is a very finicky mechanic, man. Just like the worst. Please? Like, how are you even fucking balanced? Get out of here. I need to be pressing forward, left click and then right click. And I can't just hold left click and right click. We have to do one followed by the other. Oh, fuck. Forgot I had my lantern out the whole goddamn time. Since I'm stuck here forever. Please, 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 yes. We're free. I just burned so much lantern oil. That's a bummer. It was just a very finicky mechanic. Oh, I don't have that much oil. Really regret that room now. Right in the face every time. Let's quickly light something. think we're safe still. Like, I don't think there's gonna be anything yet. You never use the lantern just for the tinderboxes?
Feels like my chest is going to burst.
Alien crossover.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit!
He's a quitter. Alright, give me 1 second. I just really have to pee. I'll be right back.